Your host, Danny Sigelman, with a quick look at roads and weather for the weekend. In Edina, Highway 100 will be reduced to one lane in both directions between Vernon Avenue and Excelsior Boulevard. In Rogers, westbound 610 will be closed between Highway 81 and I-94. And in Bloomington, the ramp from northbound 35W to eastbound 494 is closed. Cloudy skies tonight, a low around 45 degrees. Looking at a sunny Sunday with a high near 62, a low for 44 for your Sunday fun day.
Manny Hill here, reminding you to check out the programming we have from the students and staff of Minneapolis Public Schools, available on demand at mpsvoices.com. It's all under the programs and sports drop-down menus on the site. Find it all at mpsvoices.com.
It's the Jazz Impulse on Jazz88.
So, you want to visit a haunted house, I think I have one that should suit you. That is, if you dare follow me. You will? Fine. Shall we go, then? Here we are at the door. Happy haunting.
Hidey, 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 hidey. Whoa. You didn't see me climb through the window. Nobody had to open that door. I just climbed right through the wall, and I want you one and all to stand aside and let me have the floor. Take a look, I'm not such a stranger. Here's the face you cookies all ought to know. You can tell me I'm not wanted, but the joint will still be haunted, 'cause I'm the ghost of Smokey Joe. Remember when I kicked the bucket in my mansion up on Strivers Road, when they came and took me off in a $1,000,000 coffin, 'cause I'm the ghost of Smokey Joe. Tell me, do you remember Minnie? Yeah, we remember Minnie. That frail I never found. You never recognize your Minnie. You mean to say that Minnie quit kicking the gong around? I got a date on my estate down in Hades. Call my chariot so I can go. And should the boot you're walking, just tell her you've been talking to the ghost of Smokey Joe. Yes, I remember Minnie. She's that frail I never found. You mean to say that Minnie quit kicking the gong around? I got a date on my stake down in Hades. Call the chariot so I can go. And should the boat you're walking, just tell her you've been talking to the ghost of Smokey.
It's almost Halloween. And happy Halloween to you. Hopefully you've gotten your celebrations off to a spooktacular start. We certainly have tonight on the Jazz Impulse. I'm your host, Danny Sigelman. Man, I just love Halloween. Spooky season is completely how I roll. And this is our annual edition of the Jazz Impulse Spooktacular. Get ready for 3 hours of the most ghastly, blood-curdling, chilling, and ghoulish sounds. So much Halloween music. We're going to hear it all tonight on the Jazz Impulse. And it truly is a spooktacular event, as we have all sorts of special guests coming in tonight. My special fiend, DJ Freddy Fresh, will be presenting a DJ mix throughout the evening, starting at 8 o'clock and again at 9. I'll be mixing in some of my very own tricks and treats. And later this hour, we will have our special guest performance from Count Spookula. Count Spookula is the sinister prime minister of Halloween, and he spreads Halloween scares all year long, and he'll be doing so tonight on the Jazz Impulse in just a few moments. We'll also have a visit from the voice of the Jazz Impulse. We'll get a Halloween report from her in spine-chilling detail. We started off tonight's Spooktacular in 1939, Cab Calloway and his orchestra. A big single for them, The Ghost of Smokey Joe. More otherworldly gems on the way from K-Star, Carmen McRae, Lou Rawls, and Chick Webb and his orchestra. He's spinning the web in 1937 with Midnight in a Madhouse. It's scary stuff, but it's all happening for the soundtrack to your Saturday night, the Jazz Impulse.
Jazz Impulse takes you for a ride through your Saturday nights. Live on Jazz88.
when suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon you stole from the skies. Old devil moon in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hot to handle. Stars in the night blazing their light can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, want to croon, I wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. Talking about your eyes, child. Your eyes, them eyes, yeah. Should be, yeah. Eyes, them pretty eyes, 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 eyes.
clippity clop.
Why, he's out looking for a head to chop. So don't stop to figure out a plan, 'cause you can't reason with a headless man.
With a hip, hip, hop and a clippity clop. Look out!
We know what we're talking about. Believe me. You better watch your cues, but take a look at the people who ignored the old good book. Change your ways, you'll find it pays, 'cause you can't be a haint if you ain't kinda crazed, I guess you'd say. Take our word, we know what we're talking about. Now, this is a pretty spooky thing we're doing here. You don't mind if I turn on another light, do you?
When I look out my window, so many sights to see. And when I look in my window, so many different people to be, that it's strange, yeah, so strange. You got to pick up every stitch, Lordy. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. Yeah. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch. Yeah. When I look over my shoulder, what in the world do you think I see? Some other cat looking over his shoulder, looking over his shoulder at me. And he's strange, yeah. Sure, he's strange. You better hear me now. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, must be the season of the witch. Oh, must be the season of the witch. Talking about the witch now, y'all. You better hear what I say every day. Listen to me, go my way now. When I look in my window, what do you think I see? And when I look out my window, so many different people to be, yeah. It's strange. Sure, it's strange. You got to pick up every stitch now, y'all. You gotta pick up every stitch, yeah, yeah. You got to pick up every stitch. Whoa, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Must be the season of the witch. It's got to be the season of the witch, y'all. That dirty, dirty witch now, y'all. Yeah, yeah. jump through hoops. It'll make you turn some loose. It's strange. Yeah, love. Talk about strange. So strange. If she lays that loving on you, she'll make you forget about home, yeah. She'll make you turn your back on friends. You won't never wanna come again. It's strange. Hello. Talk about it strange. That old wicked witch.
And yeah, dude, it's getting real strange around here on Jazz 88. The Jazz Impulse, Lou Rawls. Getting real strange in 1969 with Lou Rawls, Season of the Witch. Went back to 1949 before that. K-Star sang about the Headless Horseman. Carmen McRae and Betty Carter with the Old Devil Moon. And we started out that extra spooky set with Chick Webb and his orchestra, Midnight at the Madhouse. On the Jazz Impulse tonight on Jazz 88, it's going to get even more strange as we are expecting a special guest in a matter of moments. Count Spookula will be joining us. We'll also be listening to some special Halloween DJ mixes from Freddy Fresh later on tonight. Spooktacular sounds on the Jazz Impulse tonight.
I thought I was a snake, I started crawling on the ground. Thought I was a dog, I started barking like a hound. Thought I was a coyote, hollering at the moon. Stumbling and I'm fumbling like a flip-minded goon. He done a voodoo-doo-doo-doo. He done a voodoo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a voodoo-doo-doo-doo. If he couldn't have me all for himself, I wouldn't be any good for nobody else. I kinda think he meant every word he said. Sprinkle in the oobly all under my bed. He done a voodoo-doo-doo man. Oh, he done a voodoo-doo-doo man. Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He done a voodoo-doo-doo man. Well, he took a little box from out of nowhere, a tube of a box and a little hunk of hair. He had a leopard spot and a neck of giraffe. He had a zebra stripe and a hiatus lamb. He got a voodoo-doo-doo man. Oh, he got a voodoo-doo-doo man. Woo! Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He got a voodoo-doo-doo-doo man. He got a voodoo-doo-doo man. Hey, he got a voodoo-doo-doo man. Just about as mixed up as a gal can be. He got a voodoo-doo-doo man.
Gosh, Claire, I can't believe it's almost Halloween.
No, it's just around the corner.
Do you have your costumes picked out?
Well, I have a few in mind, but no, it's always a last-minute decision. I keep a box of costumes for this purpose. You never know.
Yeah.
Plus, I think that having just one backup costume, like this is my costume for
Yeah.
any purpose.
Yeah.
That's takes the decision making out of it. But it's one of
Well-
those things that I feel like if you're ahead of the game, you've already planned it out 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people. So
Well, I'm definitely like a 2 costume per party person. I like to do the costume change at some point because then you're kind of like entering the party twice.
wow.
Yeah. So you kind of do recon during the first costume and then you kind of blossom for the second
takes some
costume
forethought.
later. Yeah,
I like your style though.
You're a 1 costume at a time kind of person.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Ripley going to dress up as this
Well,
year?
she has 3 options. She has a pumpkin costume, a hot dog costume, and a bat costume.
Oh, I love the bat
Yeah.
costume on Ripley.
That was last year's though, so
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll repeat that or I don't know. Maybe someone else. Someone has these were all donated to
Oh, sure.
Ripley's Closet. So
Yeah.
she's always accepting donations.
You know, I'd say we're a few days before Halloween, and it's a good time. Maybe people do a little doggy costume swap party.
I like that idea.
Event, yeah. And then you can talk about your own costumes and what you're maybe still looking for. My place is just decked out now with Halloween decorations. You got to come over, Claire.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Northeast really goes all out for
Really?
Halloween.
I know.
Well, but, it's what I'm learning, it's Anoka, Minnesota. The Halloween capital of the world. Did you know about this?
Minnesota?
Anoka, Minnesota.
Really? What's going on in Anoka?
Well, apparently there's some origins to the trick-or-treating traditions that stem from Anoka history. I need to dig in a little bit more, but there's some lore that has really driven a surge in Halloween pride in Anoka. And
Shout out Anoka. Yeah. Anoka knows what's up. I could see that. Yeah. And I mean, it's scary. It's scary out there. And Anoka really steps it up for Halloween. Yeah, and weren't you just at a haunted house out there in Anoka, and you had like a crazy night out there?
Oh my goodness. So me and my friends, a group of us Minneapolis folk, we pile in our cars. There's two cars. We caravan our way out to the haunted house. And, we're not really used to seeing a ton of action on, out in these farmlands. And we were driving down this country road on our way to this haunted house, which was
That's scary in itself.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, a herd of sheep. Is that the right term to describe a
herd of sheep?
Yeah. A flock of sheep? No. Yeah. A flock.
A shepherd's qualm.
Well, a whole bunch of sheep come scrambling into the road. One of them nearly gets plowed over by oncoming traffic. It runs out of the way. So they're thankfully it was not there were no fatalities.
Yeah, no sheep fatalities.
No, but it was quite the surprise to us. I mean, the most we're used to seeing is maybe some raccoons.
That is a horror film.
Squirrels.
That is truly a horror film in the making.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, we get to this haunted house, and it's, I would say, more of somebody's passion project than a commercial operation. But I gotta say, this was really good.
Mm-hmm.
This haunted house, it was on somebody's about 3 acres of property, and it was, so when I say haunted house, it was more of a haunted plot of land with multiple structures and a weaving winding trail.
Oh my gosh.
Through this experience, and there were lots of animatronics and lasers and fog machines.
Are you sure they were just animatronics?
I mean, they were very lifelike. They were very realistic.
Yeah.
I have to hats off to this collector who's opened up his collection to anyone with $12 and the drive to
where was that? Big Lake?
It was in Big Lake, Minnesota. And this was I'd say really a great opportunity for the local teenagers to put on their spookiest, scariest costumes, and they really did a fantastic job terrifying me and my friends, popping out of the woods with everybody was there. You had your scary clowns, your creepy baby doll. You had your
was Elvira there?
No.
Oh.
Your girlfriend wasn't there.
I'm glad I didn't go.
But this I have to say that this was a big part of my upbringing.
Yeah.
Was going to a haunted activity, whether it was a hayride or a house or a trail, a basement. This is really, I think, integral to our culture here in Minnesota. Is driving an hour out of your way to somebody's
barn.
operation,
farmland,
and it's it's pretty. I'd say definitely worth even just the.
Oh my God, Claire! Look behind you! Oh my God! Oh.
I got a woman, she's 6'3". Ooh, buddy, what's she doing to me? She got loving and she's mighty strange. A vampire, that's her name. Vampire, yeah, vampire. Vampire, yeah, that's my baby's name. Late last night we were out alone, sitting on a cold graveyard stone. Here comes Dracula and Frankenstein, looking for the sugar at the supper. Vampire, yeah, vampire. Vampire, that's my baby's name. Took a vampire to a rock and roll. When we started to do the stroll, her knees started shaking, her eyeballs twist. Looked like a mummy with the symphony wrist. Hey, my vampire. Vampire. That's my baby's name. She wants to marry me. Set up house in a cemetery. Put a little coffin underneath the ground. Ain't like living way downtown. Yeah, my vampire. Vampire. That's my baby's name. Vampire, you cold. Just scared me to death.
So Claire, one of my favorite things every year was decorating, putting up all the Halloween decorations. Like I said, Northeast, they're really stepping it up over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been noticing more of those inflatable Halloween. Oh, more skellies. The giant skeleton.
The giant skeletons.
Yeah, Skelly is really taking over.
Yeah, they're everywhere. I'm just waiting for like a dance party of skeletons to maybe happen somewhere. I think that's what we're going to try to inspire tonight on the Jazz Impulse. A little skeleton dance party, perhaps. Claire, what are some of your favorite horror movies?
Oh, let's see. Well, of course, there's the classic Nightmare Before Elm
Street. Yeah. You know, there really should be one. I would go to that. I love the horror movie mashup ideas. Yeah. We got to think of more of those.
Oh, gosh. You're putting me on the spot here. I haven't seen... I try to watch new scary movies every year.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't allowed to watch scary movies as a kid. I'm making up for lost time.
Yeah.
Last year, I saw the Blair Witch Project for the first time.
Oh, how was that?
During October.
Yeah.
Well,
Has that aged very well? Or you just saw it for the first time?
It's timeless.
It's
I mean, the
timeless.
shaky cam discovered footage, that concept, I mean, it's been recycled over and over, but this is the OG. It never sought out to be anything more than it is. It's not a good movie, but that's the beauty of it. It was so easy and scary, effortlessly scary. And I knew this as a kid when it came out, even though I wasn't allowed to see it and I had never seen it, but I did see the trailer for it. And they have a clip of that one scene where she's holding the camcorder and she's in the dark and the light shining on her face and she's saying, I am so scared. I am so scared. And I just took that and I ran with it. And me and my friends, we made a parody of this called the Claire Witch Project.
Oh, I would watch that. Oh, you hear it? Claire, I think our special guest is here.
Who?
Our special guest. Well, hey, it looks like Count Spookula. Ooh.
Halloween night, looking for a scare. Boils and ghouls walking everywhere. They've only got one thing on their mind. They're looking for that flavor that's one of a kind. Under a full moon, we will hunt until we find creepy candy. Until the sunrise, we will search, we will find. It's Halloween forever! It's got to be sweet, but normal not do. Creatures of the night have a sweet tooth too. If they knock on the door, prepare for a fright. They've got candy on the brain. They want that candy all night. Under a full moon we will hunt until we find creepy candy. Until the sunrise we will search, we will find. Under a full moon we will hunt until we find creepy candy. Until the sunrise, we will search, we will find. It's creepy candy, creepy candy, creepy candy. It's creepy candy, creepy candy, creepy candy. It's creepy candy, oh creepy, creepy candy, creepy candy. It's creepy candy.
Jazz Impulse fills your Saturday night up right on Jazz88.
Jazz88 is part of AMPERS, the Association of Minnesota Public Educational Radio Stations, 17 independent stations who cooperate to serve their communities better. AMPERS stations are totally separate from NPR and TPT. This summer, the federal government canceled long-standing funding for eligible AMPERS stations, including Jazz88. The loss adds up to $3.5 million, wiping out up to half of some stations' budgets. These stations forge connections across their regions. That work is too important to stop. Community radio is defunded, not defeated. Your donation to the AMPERS Emergency Fund will keep community radio on the dial across the state. Learn more and donate today at ampers.org.
It's scary here, man. We got Count Spookula in the studio, Claire.
Oh my goodness. The one and only Count Spookula in the flesh.
I didn't, I was thinking about it. I didn't know this could even happen if we could conjure that much magic here on the Jazz Impulse. But yet, there is Count Spookula. Welcome to the Jazz Impulse, Count Spookula. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing very well. How are you?
Yeah, and what did you fly in here on? Do you ride a broomstick, or what does Count Spookula? How does he travel?
Yeah, he just flapped my arms really hard.
Ah.
Boy, are my arms tired.
Yeah. Are you part vampire, part jack-o'-lantern, part witch?
Really forward question.
I'm sorry, yeah.
What is dinner first?
Be
Come on.
polite.
Yes, of course. Well, welcome to the Jazz Impulse tonight. I wanted to have a special Halloween edition of my Jazz Impulse Spooktacular. And who better to bring in than Count Spookula? Count Spookula, how long have you been performing in the Twin Cities?
Oh, the Twin Cities. I think I've been here 11 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And has Count Spookula been a slow evolution, or have you just been rotting for eternity?
I think rotting for eternity is a more accurate assessment, yes.
Yes. And the inspiration for performing every Halloween, you must be very busy, I imagine.
Very busy always. As you see, it is Halloween forever.
Yes.
The humans do it in October. But vampire pumpkins, whatever we're going to go with, all year round.
It's Halloween. Every day is Halloween.
Every day, yes. Todos los días.
This is true. And what are some of your influences, Count Spookula?
Influences. You know, I think the largest one was being MK Ultra'd by Nightmare Before Christmas. My mother made me watch that a lot. So it was a programming, I think.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not an illegitimate child of your mother and Jack Skellington?
I am fairly positive, as Jack Skellington did not have the Halloween in his heart. You know, he had that brief stint with Christmas, and you know, that's not me. That could not possibly be me.
And where does Count Spookula live the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, Mendota Heights. I'm from Transylvania.
I love
Romania, whatever.
So tell us about this first song you're going to perform for us here tonight, I Haunt You.
Oh, yes, I haunt you because I want you. It is a romance number.
Yes, romance on Halloween.
Correct.
I can get down with that.
Correct, yes, the best way.
And you are performing at the 7th Street Entry this year. I know you perform a lot during Halloween, but this year is a big show for you in the Entry. What can people expect on the 30th of October downtown Minneapolis?
Something very scary. I promise you that much.
Okay. And no hints?
No hints.
This is the Jazz Impulse tonight. You're listening to our special Spooktacular. Count Spookula is in the studio. We heard him singing Creepy Candy before. Again, he'll be performing at the 7th Street Entry next Thursday. Count Spookula singing a love song in the studio here tonight on the Jazz Impulse. I Haunt You on Jazz 88.
Can you see me? See me standing in the dark and shadow, the pitch black corner of your room. Can you feel me? Feel me follow close behind you, ghostly footsteps, knowing that I haunt you. 'Cause I want you, but you don't seem to want to believe that I am here. I haunt you, 'cause I want you, but you don't seem to want to believe that I am here. Can you hear me? Hear me moving through the night like a gust of wind, sending shivers down your spine. Can you feel me? Feel me move your hands around the table, spirit spelling that I haunt you. 'Cause I want you, but you don't seem to want to believe that I am here. I haunt you, 'cause I want you, but you don't seem to want to believe that I am here. Can't you read the words I'm spelling on the Ouija board. I love-you. I love-you. Can't you read the birds I'm spelling on the Ouija board? I love-you. I love-you.
So, Count Spookula, what are some of the inspirations for your music?
You know, it all comes straight from the heart. My soul, my nucleus, perhaps.
Uh-huh. And are you full of seeds?
Very forward question once more. You're skating on thin ice, buddy.
Do you like to roast pumpkin seeds? Or is that kind of like suggesting cannibalism here?
It is suggesting cannibalism.
I'm sorry.
But I love cannibalism. So.
I got to tell you, Spookula, I am obsessed with pumpkin spice products. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you have a favorite pumpkin spiced food item that you can buy at the store? Any recommendations for people?
No.
How about pumpkin spiced Count Spookula?
Oh, you play your cards right.
And so where else is Count Spookula performing around these parts?
Performing this year, we're doing 7th Street on the 30th, Can Wonderland on the 25th, doing a little run to Fargo on the 28th.
Okay.
And I think that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, keeping busy this time of year.
Yes, always.
I love it. You know that I'm somewhat obsessed with skulls, and we hope to inspire a skeleton dance party tonight, Count Spookula. I think you got the goods. Let's hear Spooky Skeletons.
It is Halloween tonight. Skeletons will give you fright with their creepy, creaky bones. Do not leave your house alone. Spooky skeletons are scary, dancing in the cemetery. Skeletons are really frightening, brought to life from strike of lightning. If you see a skeleton, you can hide but you can't run. With their creepy, creaky bones, do not leave your house alone. Spooky skeletons are scary, dancing in the cemetery. Skeletons are really frightening, brought to life from strike of lightning.
Spooky skeletons, man. I got to tell you, the skeletons are popping up all over the Twin Cities, aren't they, Claire?
They're everywhere. Skelly's taking over.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Count Spookula. Well, you have a lot of gigs, but where can people find your music?
The music is on every streaming service that I am aware of.
Yeah.
Bandcamp, you could pay for it.
Yeah. And you get some interesting requests from all over, from people finding your music?
Yes.
What are
all over the world.
Yeah. What are some of the requests people have? Like, do you do any cameos for people?
I have, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've done some birthday cameo things.
Yeah.
I've played weddings.
Uh-huh. Really?
It's always fun.
What kind of wedding? What was the wedding like?
It was actually just a normal wedding, but I was there. The bride and groom danced to one of my songs, which was surreal. It was a lot of fun.
Was it a pretty gothed out wedding?
It was, to some extent, but it was relatively normal apart from my presence.
Yeah. That's so cool. I think maybe I might get married someday just to have you there.
We could get married. The night's young.
Oh, yeah. I would have assumed you would be marrying a gourd. Oh, well, Count Spookula, thanks so much for coming by the Jazz Impulse tonight. Maybe you could do a cameo for us right now. Tell people to support Jazz88.
Yeah, that's right. You'd better support Jazz88.
That's very convincing. Thanks for coming by, and good luck with your Halloween. What are you doing? Or does Count Spookula like get the night off on Halloween ever?
No, I never do. I never get to hand out candy because I'm always busy.
But you're not performing on Halloween this year.
Oh, wait, I am. I forgot about that one. That's in Eau Claire.
Eau Claire. Okay, road trip, y'all.
Road trip. Yeah, let's go.
Well, have a great Halloween, and thanks so much for coming by here on Jazz 88. Sounding fantastic. Count Spookula, look out for him, the 25th in the 7th Street entry. He's also performing tomorrow afternoon at Duck Duck Coffee at 3 o'clock. Big shout out to Count Spookula for dropping by tonight. The Jazz Impulse Halloween Spooktacular will continue to bring chilling sounds. Our special guest for the 8 o'clock hour, DJ Freddy Fresh, will be bringing in his cauldron of tricks and treats for a special guest DJ mix. Tune in for that at 8 o'clock.
Jazz Impulse with weekly host Danny Sigelman traverses the sonic landscape that is the soundtrack to your Saturday night, here and now on Jazz 88.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Stop the things you do. spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, yeah. Stop the things you do. What's up? I ain't lying. I love you. I love you. I love you. Anyhow, I don't care if you don't want me. I'm yours right now. I'll put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn and one big eye. Like a mist shaking in the city. It looks like a purple people eater to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. A one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater sure looks strange to me. One-eyed. Well, he came down to earth and he lit in the tree. I said, Mr. Purple People Eater, don't eat me. I heard him say in a voice so gruff,
I wouldn't eat you 'cause you're so tough.
it was a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater sure looks strange to me. I said, Mr. Purple People Eater, what's your line? He said, eating purple people and it sure is fine. But that's not the reason that I came to land.
I want to get a job in a rock and roll band.
Well, bless my soul, rock and roll, flying purple people eater. Pigeon-toed, undergrowth, flying purple people eater. Friendly little people eater, what a sight to see. And then he swung from the tree and he lit on the ground and he started to rock, really rocking around. It was a crazy ditty with a swinging tune.
Sing a bop, bop, a boop, a lap, a loom, bam, boom.
Well, bless my soul, rock and roll, flying purple people eater. Pigeon-toed, undergrowth, flying purple people eater.
I like short shorts.
Flying purple people eater, what a sight to see. Purple people. Well, he went on his way and then what do you know? I saw him last night on a TV show. He was blowing it out, really knocking him dead. Playing rock and roll music through the horn in his head.
Tequila.
Hey, it's Rick. I'm out here fixing the roads you drive on every day. When you speed through a work zone, you're not just risking a ticket, you're risking my life. I've got a family to go home to just like you. So slow down, stay off your phone, and follow the signs. Help us get the job done and get home safe. We're out here for you. Be there for us. This message brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Transportation, the Minnesota Broadcasters Association, and this station.
It's the Jazz 88 live music calendar for Saturday, 4:30. Paul Harper and Phil Aaron, Berlin, Minneapolis. 6 o'clock, Jen Kluken, Marimba World. Crooners, Minneapolis, with shows at 6:30 and 9. Chris Bodie, Dakota, Minneapolis. And at 9:30, Paul Hecht, Guitar Trio. Volstead's, Minneapolis. Find more on the live music calendar at jazz88.fm.
With journalists located all around the world, the BBC World Service can cover international stories when they happen, wherever they happen. Global news you can trust from the BBC World Service.
Starting each hour, weekdays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Your host, Danny Sigelman, with a quick look at roads and weather for the weekend. In Edina, Highway 100 will be reduced to one lane in both directions between Vernon Avenue and Excelsior Boulevard. In Rogers, westbound 610 will be closed between Highway 81 and I-94. And in Bloomington, the ramp from northbound 35W to eastbound 494 is closed. Cloudy skies tonight, a low around 45 degrees, looking at a sunny Sunday with a high near 62, a low for 44 for your Sunday fun day.
This is 88.5 KBEM FM, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Jazz88.fm on the web, a listener-supported service of Minneapolis Public Schools.
On the next Jazz Night in America, open your ears and step inside the Musical Instrument Museum in Phoenix. And we're taking you there to meet Orquesta Ako Khan. That's on the next Jazz Night in America. I'm Christian McBride.
Tonight at 10. The Jazz Impulse fills your Saturday night up right on Jazz 88.
Even Dracula will be there. It's time for games, it's time for fun. Not for just one, but for everyone. The Jack-o'-lanterns are all lit up. All the dummies are made and stuff. By just looking you will see it's this time of year again. It's Halloween, it's Halloween. All the kids are happy and gay. There doesn't seem to be a cloud in their way. But when it's over and they've had all their fun, they'll wish that Halloween had just begun.
Well, you know, it sure is. Well, it's almost Halloween. We are celebrating tonight on the Jazz Impulse, as we did last year with our special Spooktacular episode of the Jazz Impulse. 3 hours of the most frightening sounds for Halloween. It really doesn't get any more frightening than the Shags. Their 1969 record, Philosophy of the World, brought us It's Halloween. We had a great time with Count Spookula last hour, part of tonight's Spooktacular episode of the Jazz Impulse. My name is Danny Sigelman. I am always proud to welcome our next guest to the Jazz Impulse. He's mixed a frothy brew in his cauldron of classic Halloween jams. DJ Freddy Fresh will be taking us into the next hour here on Jazz 88. It's the Halloween Spooktacular on Jazz 88. Take it, Freddy.
Fire glows warmly in the grate. Your chair is comfortable. Relax.
Heard strange noises coming from a house on the hill. So I crept up to the window and looked over the sill. My heart almost stopped, I nearly died of fright. By the dim candlelight I saw the strangest sight. There was Frankenstein and Dracula and Wolfman too, dancing with some zombies, what a ghastly crew. Viola the vampire was doing doctor was dancing with a ghoul. The organ was playing, but no one was there. And the headless horseman was combing his hair. There was Frankenstein and Dracula and Wolfman too, dancing with some zombies. What a ghastly crew! Viola the vampire was doing the pop, and everything was rocking at the monster's hop. That empty house upon the hill. The night I saw the monsters dancing, ooh, what a thrill. The wind did howl, the night was black. I nearly lost my mind, I'm never ever going back. There was Frankenstein and Dracula and Wolfman too, dancing with some zombies, what a ghastly crew. Viola the vampire was doing the bop, and everything was rocking at the monster's hop. Well, now I'm Daddy Vampire and I need you. Your blood is fresh and so are you. I need you, baby. That's no joke. Pardon me while I ditch my cloak. Now when the moon comes up with a gentle song, my eyes get green and my teeth get long. But I ain't mean, honey. Oh, heck. Move your head so I can see your neck. Green? Well, listen, honey, I ain't mean. You know me, baby. I live in a tomb. Be my bride, and I'll be your doom. myself endeared to a girl who's kind of weird. You see, she's mostly ghostly, up and down my spine a new sensation falls. Vastly, ghastly, the way she floats on air and walks through walls. Indeed, she's mostly ghostly. Try to kiss her and she'll vanish in the blue. Mighty, flighty, it's hard to say just when she'll reappear. Last night I put my sneakers on, went to the movie at the old Bonton. This monster came upon the scene in CinemaScope on a wide, wide screen. He flipped his tail and a mountain broke. Well, he huffed and he puffed with fire and smoke. Suddenly there in the dark my head, well, I felt two arms around my neck. At first I shivered and I shook with fright. Then I saw what it was holding me tight. Well, they're clinging to me was a scared female, swinging his chick with a ponytail. Each time she heard the monster roar, she closed her eyes and couldn't look more. And when that movie show was through, well, I took her home like she wanted me to. We saved our lives and we saved our lives. We saw that movie 14 times. We saw that movie 14 times.
I'll take you to the voodoo lair. It's mighty weird down there. The werewolf does the voodoo walk. Instead of monster mash, you stop. The mummy does it with a thud. And the vampire does it. It takes your blood. Do a little walk, give a funny quiver, walk on back and give a little shiver, fly back in and then begin to stop. Just like the shadow, that's a voodoo walk. All the ghouls do it, it'll go through your head. Come to the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do a little walk, give a funny quiver, walk on back and give a little shiver, fly back in and then begin to stop. Just like the shadow, that's a voodoo walk. All the ghouls do it, it'll go to your head. Come to the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do the voodoo walk, the dance of the dead. Do the voodoo walk, the dance of
In the middle of the night when the full moon rise, I got a funny kind of feeling coming in my eye. Well, my hair get long and my eyes turn blue. I got a long cap going on my fingers too. I'm the wolf man. I'm the wolf man, baby. And if you see me on the prowl, watch it when you hear me growl. If I jump in the corner, you sweet. Baby, and if you see me on the crowd, watch it when you hear me growl. Watch it when you hear me growl. Well, I climb tall buildings, I pull down trees. Chase little birds and I sting to me. Baby, don't you scream when I hold you tight. I'm in your love tonight. I'm the wolfman. I'm the wolfman, baby. And if you see me on the ground, watch it when you hear me growl. You see me on the crowd, watch it when you hear me growl. I'm a wolfman, baby.
Capital News 9 has a spooktacular treat for you this Halloween. We want to showcase your little pumpkins. Do you have pictures of your favorite little pumpkins in their costume? How about a spooky house or your best pumpkin carving? Don't be a scaredy cat. Send them in. All you have to do is log on to capitalnews9.com and click on Little Pumpkins to email your photos. Then on Halloween, we'll show off your little pumpkin pictures throughout the day on Capital News.
Y'all want to get some real pumpkin pictures up in here?
Let me see them pumpkins, them little pumpkins. Let me see them pumpkins, them little pumpkins. Let me see them pumpkins, shake them little pumpkins. Let me see them pumpkins, them little pumpkins. Let me see them pumpkins, shake them little pumpkins. Let me see them pumpkins, them little pumpkins. Let me see them pumpkins, shake them little pumpkins.
We want to showcase your little pumpkin.
You want to showcase your pumpkin?
We want to showcase our little pumpkins.
We want to showcase your little pumpkin.
You want to showcase your pumpkin?
We want to showcase the little pumpkin.
We want to showcase your little pumpkin.
You want to showcase your pumpkin?
We want to showcase our little pumpkins.
to the pumpkin song. In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back pass. Make you jump out of your skin. This is Halloween, everybody scream. Please make way for a very special time. Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Now this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. That's our job,
But we're not mean.
in our town of Halloween.
In this town, we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Oh my gosh, man, that was just nuts. Freddy Fresh taking us out tonight on the Jazz Impulse. Man, love it. It's getting wild around here, I tell you. This is the Jazz Impulse. We'll be taking a quick break from tonight's Spooktacular. We'll have another DJ set from Freddy Fresh at 9 o'clock. I'm afraid to even hear what he has in store for us, but you're going to want to tune in for an extra funky soundtrack to your Saturday night and tonight's special Spooktacular on the Jazz Impulse. The Jazz Impulse with Danny Sigelman comes to you every Saturday night, 7 to 10 p.m. on Jazz 88. Stay up to date with the Jazz Impulse. Follow us on Instagram at the Jazz Impulse.
Ghost of yesterday, stalking round my room. All night long you stay, walk around in profound gloom. When the darkness falls, when I've gone to bed, weirdly come your calls, mournfully, scornfully dead. Folly of love I've strangled, pulsing heart I thought was gone. Give no peace, will not cease, prowling round till dawn. Ghost of yesterday, every night you're here, whispering away. Might have been, oh my dear, foolish heart must pay. Ghost of yesterday, ghost of yesterday, every night you're here, whispering away. Might have been, oh my dear, foolish heart must pay. Ghost of yesterday. Ghost of
More spooktacular sounds coming up on the Jazz Impulse tonight, and another DJ set from DJ Freddy Fresh at 9 o'clock. Extra scary stuff for the 9 o'clock hour tonight. Steve Kenny, Jake Baldwin, Solomon Parham, and Omar Abdul Karim take the stage for an evening of four-barreled trumpet action. Titled The Trumpet Summit at Crooners, 7:30 till 9 at Crooners in Fridley, the four trumpeters have created some special, only at this show segments. And there will be a lot of spontaneity, too. Phil Nussbaum talked with Steve Kenny about the show.
The four of us have constructed an evening of music that will feature each of us individually. There's also opportunity. We've arranged some of these tunes to feature one or two players. For example, there's a couple of ballads that we're putting on the program. One will feature two of the trumpet players, and the other one will feature the other two. Also, Solomon brought to the table great four-part harmonization of Miles Davis' famous trumpet solo on So What that we're going to perform as part of that tune. And then some of the other material, we've got two of the trumpet players playing harmony, the other two playing melody, and plenty of opportunity also for us to solo and to solo back to back and trade fours, and so part of it is kind of an old school cutting contest. However, I think the audience will discover there's so much love in the room that what the end result is musical.
All four trumpeters on this show, Jake Baldwin, Solomon Parham, Omar Abdul Karim, and you, Steve Kenny, are modern jazz trumpeters, but of course with individual playing styles and careers. Let's catch a bit of each individually, because there's no recording at this time of you four all together. Steve, tell us a bit about Jake Baldwin.
Of the four of us, and this is this isn't Star Search or we don't do it's not like a reality show, but in a lot of ways Jake is clearly the best of the four trumpet players from a technical perspective. His ability to get around on the instrument, his just straight amazing chops, clarity of tone. This is a guy who could walk in and play in the orchestra. He's a very versatile player. He has a Grammy for some work he did with video game music. He's released multiple recordings, and he's a member of the Four Freshmen. So he travels the world, and it's just a fantastic player.
Jake Baldwin from the performance coming up for trumpet players, organized by Steve Kenny. What would you say about Omar Abdul Karim's style? Omar comes from a family of music. Of course, his father is a fixture on the jazz scene here still, and taught Omar to play it at some like startlingly young age. Like at 5 years old, Omar was playing under the tutelage of his father. But he went on to and became conservatory trained, and performed with Nicholas Payton's television studio orchestra, and is one of the most authentic jazz sounding players. And I think you'll hear on this clip the beauty of his tone and the soulfulness of the way he plays, coming straight out of a Roy Hargrove vein. And this is a trumpet player who's wildly popular with audiences here in the Twin Cities. Trumpet by Omar Abdul Karim right there. Another one that you've got coming in, and this is a guy who's been entertaining audiences in recent years pretty widely, Solomon Parham. Solomon is a dear friend of mine, a real supporter of my music, and I have been of his. Solomon has done some amazing work with the Sounds of Blackness, with jazz camps. He's performed with Delfeo and Eric Gravatt and Eric Alexander. All of that is ancillary to his trumpet sound, which is he has an old school, authentic, forceful, and beautiful trumpet sound. Solomon Parham right there, and we've also, Steve talked about Omar Abdul Karim and Jake Baldwin. Well, what have you got to say about the way you play?
Well, I'm the old man. I've been in the game for a long time. The playing jazz in the Twin Cities and focusing on the core of the idiom. And I'm really excited about this collaboration of the four of us. We've been talking about it for years, and I'm really proud to be on the same bandstand with these cats.
The Trumpet Summit will be held at Crooners in Fridley, Friday, October 31st. That's Halloween night, from 7:30 till 9 p.m. For information, Crooners' web address is croonersmn.com. This program is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Phil Nussbaum speaking.
Programming is supported by the Art Shop at Midtown Global Market, a collective of over 70 artists featuring mostly one-of-a-kind items. Join them for their 14th anniversary, October 24th through 26th. Stop in to support our local community artists at 920 East Lake Street, Minneapolis. More information at theartshopmgm.com. That's the Art Shop, SHOPPEMGM.com.
The car served me through college, grad school. It moved me from Minneapolis to Portland, Oregon, and then Portland, Oregon to Augusta, Georgia. And the Lumina is still giving by putting my favorite programs on the air. It feels awesome. My name is Bethany, and I donated my car to public radio.
Your unused vehicle can power programming on Jazz88, and you receive the full value of your vehicle as a tax deduction. Learn more. Visit jazz88.fm/support.
The Jazz Impulse fills your Saturday night up. Right on Jazz88.
Hello, music maniacs, and welcome to Elvira's Vinyl Macabre. That's right, it's me, Elvira, DJ of the Dark, that temptress of the turntable, bringing you some of my very favoriteest records. What's that, darling? My dental records? Oh, no, silly. I mean records from the underground vault where I store my private collection. I call it Elvira's House of Wax. I've got songs in a jugular vein, songs you can really sink your teeth into. Some moldies but ghoulies, and some hot off the press. Ow! See what I mean? Are you ready? All right, enough kidding around. I want you to hear these songs. But first you gotta get comfortable. I'll just turn off these lights. Now, come over here and sit right beside me, darling. Oh, watch out for the stairs. Oh, well, now that you're laying down anyway, just relax and listen to the music. Relax. Hey, not that much. Oh, well, strap on your headphones, because here we go. Cause I got something to show you. I'm proud to show them. They're right up front. So nice and big, I'm proud to flaunt my two big pumpkins. Nice big pumpkins.
There she is, the queen of Halloween, Elvira, the mistress of the dark. 2 big pumpkins on Jazz 88. This is the Jazz Impulse annual Spooktacular. I'm your host, Danny Sigelman, bringing you the chilling sounds for 3 hours tonight as the soundtrack to your Saturday night. I know Halloween has got a grip on you. More Halloween sounds from the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Bobby Boris Pickett coming up with another Halloween classic in the Classics 4 on the way. We're turning the party around to 1966. The Contrails are doing the Mummy Walk on the Jazz Impulse tonight on Jazz 88.
Jazz Impulse brings you the here and now with Danny Sigelman, Saturday nights, 7 to 10 p.m. on Jazz 88.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
played the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
It's now
smash.
the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris said.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash
The monster mash.
and do my graveyard
Then you
smash.
can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash. Mash. Easy, boy. You impetuous boy. Mash.
Monster mash. Monster mash. Monster mash. Monster mash.
If you ever get down New Orleans way, you might steer clear on St. Joseph's Day. The graveyard bones make a rattling sound. The dead get up and start walking around. You might not believe me, but I'll tell you it's true. And you would too if it happens to you. I spent the night on the graveyard there, and what I saw gave me a terrible scare. Rattling bone, creeping around from behind the headstones. If you don't want to see them, then you best stay home. 'Cause there ain't no running round the rattling bone. happened to you. I spent the night in the graveyard there, and what I saw gave me a terrible scare. Rattling bones, creeping around from behind their headstones. If you don't want to see them, then you best stay home, 'cause there ain't no running from the rattling bone. Rattling bones, creeping around from behind their headstones. And if you don't want to see them, then you best stay home, 'cause there ain't no running round the rattling bone.
The Jazz Impulse on Jazz 88, bringing you Preservation Hall Jazz Band. They were Rattlin' Bones on tonight's Spooktacular edition of the Jazz Impulse. Bobby Boris Pickett, the Monster Mash quintessential stuff for your Halloween dance party. I hope you're having a great night tonight. Started off the set with Classics 4 from 1967 and Spooky, and the Contrails did the Mummy Walk, bringing some psychedelic sounds to the Jazz Impulse. We're getting ready for the third hour of the Jazz Impulse tonight. Freddie Fresh will be taking over the decks again at 9 o'clock. I'm your host, Danny Sigelman. Do stay tuned to the Jazz Impulse, if you dare.
This is 88.5 KBEM FM, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Jazz88.fm on the web, a listener-supported service of Minneapolis Public Schools.
Stepping on a crack, mean bottle of a sleeping? How about the railroad tracks? Well, go on down to prison darkness. What about all that smoke up from the stack? Sometimes I kill myself a jackal. I snuck out all the blood. Steal myself a station wagon, driving through the mud. I'm on the way past the graveyard, stepping on the crack. Main model Hubbard Papa, one night of Jack. I know you see my headlights, the honking of my horn. I'm calling out my bloodhounds, chase that devil to the core. Passing out a chunk of Mississippi, how that sucker drives a bone. I'm born in a taxi cab, I ever going home. That's about the graveyard, stepping on the crack. Main model Hubbard Papa, one night of Jack. I've seen the glory, the train into the ditch. I only cut a Baton Rouge, I gotta find myself a witch. I'm gonna snatch me up a couple of them every time it rains. You see, I look, I'm more than probably thinking it's a train. Where's the path, the graveyard, stepping on the crack. Main model Hubbard Papa, one night of Jack. What you think is the sunshine? Just a twinkle in my eye. Got a ring around my finger, called a 4th of July. I get a little lonesome, a tear fall from my cheek. Gonna be an ocean in the middle of the week. Where's the path, the graveyard, stepping on the crack. Main model Hubbard Papa, one night of Jack. Coming to town on a night train, arm full of boxcars, the wings of a magpie, was a hooligan night. I'm gonna tear me up a rainbow, wear it for a time. I never told the truth, so I can never tell a lie. Where's the path, the graveyard, stepping on the crack. Main mother Hubbard Papa, one night of Jack. Hey, 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 hey.
Waits on Jazz 88, bringing the Halloween sounds for tonight's extra special Spooktacular episode of the Jazz Impulse. He was whistling past the graveyard 1978 from the Blue Valentine record. Much more spooky sounds to get to, but we're going to head back to the turntables with DJ Freddy Fresh. If you heard him last hour, a bit out of control with the spooky sounds. We're going to see where he takes us here tonight on the Jazz Impulse. It's Freddy Fresh.
The fire glows warmly in the grate. Your chair is comfortable. You are at ease. Relax. Nothing can disturb you. After all, it's an everyday world. No undue ripples on the tranquil waters of your life. Yet the day must without close, and night is as inevitable as death. But you are safe. Of that you are certain. watch the windows. Didn't you? Yes, you are safe, and your will is strong. There is no room for superstition in your mind. Is there? Is there? Don't be too sure. Soon your fingers may itch to shut off the sound you hear. Your throat tighten. The thudding of your heart become a mallet.
Just got off from work, it was awful late. I had to pass the cemetery gate. The sky was dark and the moon was bright. It was a very, very cold, cold night. I never thought I could see such a sight. A poor soul doing the dead man's stroll. Dressed in a top hat, gained and all. Must have been going to a dead man's ball. May not believe it, but he has to be told. A poor soul doing the dead man's stroll.
Monster Man, he's the coolest in the land. Come and take him by the hand, a groovy, movie Monster Man. Saturday night at 1:45, I was walking around, nothing to do, but I
fingers and see them die. What is there about remembering? Can the little ones, the humans, remember the night they came into the world? The monster can. There was darkness.
Basta! Un basta tutti! Un basta tutti! Un basta tutti!
5, kiddies. It's time for bed. I want you to get a good day's sleep.
Papa, will you read us a story?
Did you drink your blood like good little vampires?
Omar the vampire, he made my life a wreck. Omar the vampire, he got a hold of my girl's neck. He stole my woman away from me one night. He didn't even have to kiss her, all it took was just one bite.
Henry, she means giving him what for. That's who she's going to tell him all.
We really are a trio, the Addams Family. Creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together rookie, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum where people come to see them. They really are a trio, the Addams Family.
Crushing you, crowding you, sealing you off from the rest of the world, and then you awake. It's only been a ghastly dream, a terribly vivid nightmare.
to sense your terror. For each time you step outside your house, they attack.
DJ Freddy Fresh on the Jazz Impulse. Just literally killing it tonight. Big thanks to Freddy Fresh for the special DJ mix for Halloween and tonight's Spooktacular edition of the Jazz Impulse. Danny Sigelman taking you on up to the top of the hour. We, of course, have Jazz Night in America coming up at 10 o'clock. More spooky sounds on the way. We'll hear something from the CA Quintet going back to 1961 with Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross. They got the Halloween spooks on Jazz 88, the Jazz Impulse.
That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. The same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. The same old tingle that I feel inside. And then that elevator starts its ride. And down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught in the tide. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire that only your kiss can put out the fire. For you're the lover I have waited for, the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go, in a spin, loving the spin I'm in, under that old black magic Halloween, Halloween, ooh, Halloween. Ghostly things are gonna happen. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Halloween spooks outside my window. Halloween spooks behind the tree. I wish that the children could see, but I can't find them for the life of me. And there's Halloween spooks outside my window pane. spooks outside my window. Halloween spooks behind the tree. I wish that the children could see, but I can't find them for the life of me. And there's Halloween spooks outside my window.
Trick or treat.
It's the Jazz Impulse on Jazz 88.
Programming is supported by Sinard Marketing in support of Zeitgeist, marimba, vibes, piano, and clarinet. If you haven't heard Zeitgeist, here's your chance. Zeitgeist will perform Underwater Cousins by J.C. Sanford October 31st through November 2nd at the Anderson Center in Red Wing and Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter. Location, dates, and details at zeitgeistnewmusic.org.
The Jazz Impulse with Danny Sigelman, Saturday nights, 7 to 10 p.m. on Jazz 88.
Tune in to the Jazz Impulse this week for our Halloween Spooktacular. Saturday night, 7 to 10, 3 hours of the most spooktacular sounds, including a special live set from Count Spookula and a special guest Halloween DJ mix from Freddy Fresh. That's this Saturday night. The Jazz Impulse on Jazz 88. We heard Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross before the break. Halloween Spooks on the Jazz Impulse. The Halloween Spooktacular. Man, this has been so much fun. One track I want to get to before the end of the hour here. The CA Quintet, who are a group out of Minnesota, made one masterpiece of a record. It was released in 1969. We're going to hear the title track from their Trip Through Hell on Jazz 88. The Jazz Impulse Halloween Spooktacular.
hospital. The sirens go all night. I used to joke that if they woke you up, somebody better be dying. Sick of the questions I keep asking you that make you live in the past. But I can count on you to tell me the truth when you've been drinking and you're wearing a mask. Baby, it's Halloween, and we can be anything. Oh, come on, man. We can be anything. Always surprised by what I do for love. Some things I never expect. They killed a fan down by the stadium. Was only visiting, they beat him to death. Baby, it's Halloween, and we can be anything. Oh, come on, man. We can be anything. Baby, it's Halloween. There's a last time for everything. Oh, come on, man. We can be anything. Whatever you want, be whatever you want. Whatever you want, be whatever you want. Be whatever you want. Whatever you want. Be whatever you want.
And from 2020, a little bit more on the mellow note for tonight. I'm sure folks are a little creeped out at this point. It's been a really fun night of the Jazz Impulse. Having a great time. Your host, Danny Sigelman, bringing you Phoebe Bridgers from 2020. The song Halloween. Been trying to fit that one in somewhere tonight. Started off the set with CA Quintet, Trip Through Hell. That one from 1969 out of Minneapolis. Wrapping up the Jazz Impulse Halloween Spooktacular tonight. Had to get into some soundtrack music. One of my favorite horror films, Creepers, the Dario Argento film, came out in 1985. The group Goblin, known for creating a lot of the soundtracks to Argento's films, was led by Claudio Simonetti. The film would also be called Phenomena on the other side of the globe for its European release. Gotta say, Creeper's a much better cut, much better soundtrack. Do find that one if you can. Gonna leave you with the title track from that film. It's Claudio Simonetti on the Jazz Impulse tonight. Have a happy and safe evening and a great Halloween. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week here on the Jazz Impulse. Best in power to the Space Ace.
This is 88.5 KBEM FM, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Jazz88.fm on the web, a listener-supported service of Minneapolis Public Schools.
Nestled in the Arizona desert, northeast of downtown Phoenix, lies an oasis, a place unlike any other. At most museums,